So in today's video, we're going to be learning SIDESWIPE. SIDESWIPE is one of the coolest, most used kicks in all of tricking. I actually had a lot of problems when I was learning this trick, so some of the stuff I'm going to cover today might just help you if you've been struggling, you've been watching tutorials, but you just haven't been able to figure out what works for you. SIDESWIPE is essentially an inverted 540 kick. If you can't do a 540 kick, I would suggest you learn that before you try a SIDESWIPE. They do feel differently, but being able to do a 540 kick will just help you out quite a bit. Second prerequisite, which you should learn before trying SIDESWIPE, is raise. Now, a SIDESWIPE is essentially also a raise with a kick through it. And if you can do a touchdown raise, that's going to help you a lot whilst learning this. And lastly, not essential, but if you can backflip, it might make the inversion part of this a little bit less scary, and it might make it easier. For me, the easiest way to start a SIDESWIPE is to treat it like I'm going this way down the line, rather than side to side. So we're going to start here, and what we got to do is step forwards like this. Now you see my arms are here. What I'm then going to do with my arms is carry the momentum from here. My foot's facing down this line, my arms are going to go from here to here. And you want to just practice that, get comfortable with that sort of takeoff. Now it helps when you're in this position to look at the ground. This back leg is going to kick over the top, and then you want to find yourself in this position here. What you can do is just go kind of around the side. You've got yourself a raise. Get comfortable with that momentum of being here and turning around the side. Then, when you're comfortable with it, you can start just trying to land on your right leg. And what you might find is that your right leg actually kind of leads the way around. And before you know it, you're doing a pretty bad uninverted SIDESWIPE. So we'll build up how this progression might look for some of you guys. When you do this enough, you can start to figure out the technique and when and how to put more power into it. Now what I find is when I'm stepping into it, it is quite slow and controlled, but then there's an explosive point of power, and that's when I'm taking off my right leg, this leg's coming around, and my right leg really pulls me over the top. The more that you do it, the more power you'll be able to put into it, and you'll find that it will just start getting better. Right, so you've got the SIDESWIPE down. Now you might be wondering, how can you make your SIDESWIPE better? If you're looking to do a high SIDESWIPE, maybe you want to build up to doing snappy swipe, which is a SIDESWIPE with a twist. Then the key things I would change in the way I go about doing it, when I'm stepping into it, I want to get lots of momentum, and I want to get this right leg kind of out in front of me. That leg's going to allow me to block and convert a little bit of my momentum into upwards momentum. There is also a point where as I'm taking off, I allow my hips to kind of take me up into the air rather than just straight up and over. I'm almost kind of stalling it, but there is no real stall there. But if you kind of think about stalling it, riding it up the way rather than just whipping it over. Now if you're wanting to do SIDESWIPE into touchdown raise, you might not want to do a really high SIDESWIPE because you might want to convert your momentum. I will do a low enough SIDESWIPE so I'm not landing heavy, and I can come out of it with a slight bit of extra rotation, and then that allows me to kind of be in this position to land and then keep going. If you want to do rat full out of it, then you want to kind of treat it so it feels almost like a cartwheel. Now the best way to do that is to make it as low and as fast as possible. Now SIDESWIPE is one of these tricks that, because there's so many different ways to learn it, to do it, and to train it, don't be disappointed with your results. If you can do a SIDESWIPE, you're in the best position to sort of look at other techniques and see how that might improve your own technique. This is the way that I learned it. There are other ways to learn it, but hopefully you guys learned something. If you guys like this tutorial, please hit the like button. And if you're really interested in learning tricking, then you can head to the link in the description and sign up for Coach Joe's Trick Lab, where there's hundreds of tutorials from the best trickers in the world, including SIDESWIPE, by people that are a lot better than me, and a ton of other videos, including some videos made by me. It might help you guys out. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys soon with another video.